Hello. So next I'm going to introduce use of the basic tool that's commonly used in FontForge, right? When you open FontForge, and if you already have import some letter from here in FontForge 5, right? And you probably want to make some change here as well instead of just working on Illustrator, right? So what you can do is you could double click on each of the character that you want to make an revision here. You might want to move it around, okay, apart from just moving the side bearing like this. So you might notice that sometimes when you want to move some of the parts here, it becomes like this, okay. It doesn't go together even you use the selection tool here. So it's just some part that been selected like this, which is very irritating, right? So what you could do is you could select all the point, okay, of the letter form by just press the shortcut on the keyboard, okay. Just press Ctrl and A together if you use PC, okay. If you use Mac, then press Command and A, okay. This is the same as Illustrator, right? You select every part here, even select every point on the letter form like this, okay. You might notice that if you move it around, it's still, you know, partial of the letter form will be moved. But you know, if you want to select every part of it, what should you do, right? Just look closer here, just look at the shape here, okay. You will see like a circle, a lot of circle, right? Red circle, yellow circle, yellow circle and yellow circle and red circle are points, right? It's like angle points in Illustrator. But if you see like X crossed here, the X, right? Those X, these are Bezier curve. So if you want to adjust Bezier curve, it's fine to select, you know, the X like this, okay. But if you want to select you know, all the letter form, all the part of this character, right? Command A first, then select point, not the X, okay, not the X, just select circle, okay. And if you just select some of the empty space, okay, it will like move just partial of the letter form, okay. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Let's say I'm choosing this yellow circle here, which is point, one of the points here, or the red dot here. As you might notice, I can move it around, right? Just choose the yellow circle or red circle, right? And you'll be able to move it around across the page like this, all right? Another thing you could do, if you want it to be more precise, you could go to elements here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit for you. Okay, elements here, and you will have you know, a command called transformations here. You select it and select transform here. This window will pops up, okay. So this is where you could, you know, move it around, okay. You could, you know, center you know, the selections, or just choose like you know, it's the axis of the beginning, okay. You can select this one, or just, you know, automatically use center of selection like this, okay. Here you have an option, you can scale it up or down, right? Transformation is about rotation, scale, and of course move the letter form around. If you want to move it, select move, all right, and then put the number here, okay. But of course, it will be related to the rulers, okay, and the unit they used here. If you put like minus number, right, negative number, minus number here, it will move leftward. But if you put like you know, just typical number, okay, like this, it moves rightward, okay. But make sure it's like correlate between X and Y, right? If you don't want to move anything on the y-axis, which is the vertical you know, the vertical direction, right? But if you speak about moving things in the x-axis, on the x-axis, it's going to be horizontal horizontal direction, right? So if I apply minus 100 and apply it. As you can see, it moves leftward, right, like this. Okay, this is introduction how to kind of like move it around, which is very easy, right? Okay, or you can just drag and drop it anywhere you like. Okay, speaking about the tools, if you look at the tool on the left here, you will see like many tools here which look quite similar to Illustrator, right? If you kind of like roll over each of the tools, they will have like description to explain what are they. Okay, so what are they exactly? This selection tool, so basically called pointer, you can also use the shortcut of this command is V. This is exactly the same as Illustrator. So you can also select this one to kind of like select part or point or Bezier curve of the letter form. Okay, you can use magnifies, to zoom in and zoom out. And this one, right, is the pencil over there, right? The pencil is freehand tools. Basically, you can draw like shapes or anything, okay, freely by using these pencils. And next one is of course hand tool. Okay, this is similar to Illustrator, right? You can move things around without have to move the letter form or your design elements. And if you see the cutter, it's used for splitting some of the parts, okay, into half or something. Okay, that's a ruler tool using for measure distance between points. Okay, and this very easy tool to use is pen tool. Of course, it's the same as Illustrator and Photoshop, right? And this is spiral tool. As you can see, if you click it once and click it again, it might change to other tool too. Spiral tool is like a tool to create like spirals shape, right? And this one is like if you want to kind of like add a point, curve point or something, okay, to a line, you can just select this one and point on the curve, and it will add more the vertex or angle point. This is also the same, but the difference is like it will add the curve point that always go in the horizontal or vertical directions, right? This for if you want to add a corner point something, they will add like a tangent points, right? And this is scale tools. Okay, basically if you select this one, you can scale your letter form up or down. And or you could go to elements and go to transform. Okay, all the scales tools as well as rotate tools. Okay, and this one is like a shear tools. Okay, will be there, right? Will be there. This is like rotation tool. This one is deflection tool. So basically, here's the thing: it's used for flip the letter form, right? So if you kind of like this will be very useful if you already draw like B character, for instance, right? And you want to copy this letter, okay, and you want to kind of like create the D because it shares the common characteristic, right? You can copy it and then open a new grip, right? Place that grip and then use this tool, okay, flip tool here. It's going to flip the letter form in the other direction. There are also other rotation tool like 3D, like this one, rotate the selection in 3D and project back to the plane, okay? This is also interesting, okay? Or you could just make a perspective transformation by using this tool as well, that one. And this like for geometric shape, if you want to draw some. So that is pretty easy, right? Okay, let's look at the box down here, which is the most important things on earth. Okay, what are they? These three layer here. It's probably equal layer in Adobe system, alright? For is for grounds, back is background, and guide is for guidelines, alright? For is for foreground, right? It's the layer where we kind of like draw all the letter shapes here, okay? Back is background. So basically if you kind of like draw some character on paper, or you probably design some of the characters on other software and you want to use it as guideline, you just want to kind of like place it, but you don't want it to affect the character form that you're going to design, right? You place it here, you select this one, and you import all the, you know, the pictures here in the grid, all right? And guide just for guideline, okay? Just leave it there, okay? And make sure you kind of like, if you kind of like place your pictures, okay, or import the picture that you want to use as guideline already, okay, make sure you select for, okay, or foreground if you want to draw, you know, the letter form here. You can also create more layer here as well and delete some of the layer by select minus. It depends on your preference. If you uncheck it, it's not going to show on your workspace, right? So you can do, you know, you can select these two buttons, plus for creating new layer and minus to delete some of the layer, or yeah, and that's it. It's very easy. Okay. So next, okay, this tool, right? If you double click it, let's say, if I want to double click it, just a moment. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'll zoom out just a little bit. Okay. This tool, right? If you double click it, it will show like a windows for you to kind of like put all the value inside. It's basically, it will open the transform window, right? Which you can select whether you want to scale the letter form, you want to flip it, you want to kind of like you know, skew it a little bit, right? This tool will be very useful. This one, right, will be very useful when you want to kind of like create italic character based on like a typical character or regular style character. Okay, you can kind of like able to copy and paste just typical character, and you kind of like probably put some number here, and it's going to change the angle or the axis of the character. Let's see what's going to happen if I kind of like put some number here. Okay, as you can see, it kind of like move a little bit leftward. I don't want that. Okay, what happened if I put it like this? Okay, see, it become italic character, for instance. Oh, okay, it's not italic character. I'm going to like, okay, I make a mistake. Okay, go to this transform, or just double click one of the tools over there, right? Screw here. Okay, you might select here, apply it. Okay, click OK. Now it's changed, right? Now next, okay, don't forget to kind of like move all the character, okay, and make sure that all the side bearing is not really overlaps with the letter form, otherwise it will affect your character when you kind of like type it, right?